Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. And today we're going to start by going up to Bacup Quarry. We've got a ZX350 with a digging bucket that snapped the top pin. And really, I think what they're doing with it, I think they're digging the face off, and this really should have a rock bucket on that process. So we're going to hook the trailer up in a minute, take a rock bucket up to Bacup with us. But before we go, we'll just take a look at this new body that's coming today on this one of Jackson's wagons. It's had a new body made off AJ Hayton tipper bodybuilders. I think they're up Lancaster way, aren't they, these men? So what I'm going to do is start getting into tarmac by the looks of it. We've got a few of these on order. If you remember in the last videos, we took a couple of bodies off the through-offs, didn't we? Aluminium bodies off, and they're the new bodies that are going on them. So yeah, they do look quite a decent body, to be honest. Let's take a look at Workshop Director. Oh, and by the way, somebody did get back to me. On the last video we talked about these, didn't we? And they have got a couple in stock, and I bought some. I've got some coming up from Doncaster way. So this is the one at the last video that needed the tailgate. The tailgate's been fabricated and painted, so this will be on today. Cal, what are you up to with that, lad?
Bit of paint off this side of hinges, isn't it?
Right, yeah, so we've just pulled the wagon off the road today to fit this, so we'll cut the old hinges off, which we've already done. Right, what's of it?
I think it's the front top,
Where? Yeah, so what we do with these, we cut the old hinges off. We'll take the old cleaning handle off and fit it to that tailgate now the wagon's here. As you can see, the body's in a bad shape, paint-wise. So we'll be going for paint in the next month or so. This will get blasted and painted. So all we do really is just touch these up, these bits that we're putting on at the moment, hinges, etc. So this is the tailgate that they're taking off. You can see how thin it is, 3mm, 3mm. You know, there's just no way that's going to last in the tipper world. Yeah. Got a beam running through the workshop here that's having a brick plate put on it. That's a 254102 with a 10mm plate on the bottom for a brick plate. We've got another 20-ton ditch going through. It's had a new bottom on it and a new edge. Callum's actually on the bit as well. He's put some banana bars in the side there. So yeah, that's what's going on in here. Let's get up to Bacup. Well, in fact, let's go and pick the bucket up first. So here we are around at our plant yard. As you can see, it's pretty full at the moment. And I have seen the diary for the next week, so a big portion of that will be going out over the next 7 days. There's our roll with the rock bucket. Don't be dropping that on there, boy. Huh? And don't hook it up properly. Huh? Tell it don't be damaging my trailer. So that's a rock bucket for a 35-ton machine, or should I say it's got 100mm pins, so it could go on a 50-tonner. Oh, won't go on that way. Oh no. Back a bit, oh. That'll be alright. Pull it that way a touch. Yeah, pull it towards you a little bit. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh. Hey. Oh, then. Snapped it. Yeah. Snapped the strap.
The other one. G1.
Yeah. So Ollie just managed to snap a strap, didn't he? Must be that super strength you got, Ol. I'll pull another one on as well, Ol. I'll put another strap on, pulling it the other way. Come on. Right, so we'll just put 2 straps on the back end here. There's a couple of ton in that bucket, so just a bit of extra security really. Right, we'll have a steady drive up to Bake-Up, Director. Right, here safe and sound. I'll go and get the 350, which is over there. Let's have a look around, Director. A while since I've been up here. Well, this is the damaged bucket. Take a look there, Director. So it's been getting a bit of abuse by the looks of it, like all buckets do when they come on a rock quarry, and that's only really a digging bucket. You know, I don't want to be giving it too much into the rock. Whereas that one that we've got on the trailer is full of hardox. Looking at that pin, might be my eyes. No, it's my eyes. It looked like it was on 90mm pins that then, on our static cab. But it is an 100mm pin, and that is a pin. That is a pin out of. That's a pin out of a hitch. Can you see that there? It's got that lip on it. So that pin will be EN24, which is a hardened pin, whereas bucket kins can be they can be like milder, if you will. Like it could be EN8 or EN12 material, and then that'll be why that's broke. Looking at it now, thinking about it. So it's been done afterwards, this, hasn't it? If you look, it's been welded up. I seem to remember this, you know. I seem to remember this bucket for some reason. But anyway, I'll get this whipped off. Alright, so let's just have a look what the lads are up to. So we've got a little power screen 750 here, power track, and we've got 50mm meshes in it. So what the lads are doing, they're crushing 6F5 at the moment, and if they want some clean 3-inch, they'll put it through there. Like I said, there's 50mm meshes in it, so that'll give us 3 clean 3-inch off the top, 3-inch down at the front. Alright, so we've got the ZX350 here now with that rock bucket on. And we're actually pulling out the ground and moving the machine back and the crusher back. So we are getting through some hard material, hence why we need that rock bucket on. So we're just pulling 6F5 off, and this will be loaded straight into trucks really and away. Is that what's happening, Craig?
Yeah, there's a wagon down there.
Has the wagon just landed now? Yeah. Right. So it's going out as fast as it's coming off belt at the minute, is it? Yeah. Yeah.
We can't make it fast enough.
Right. Well, that's good.
Yeah, it's good.
That's good. Muck in, stone out. That's what we want.
Mucky that as well.
Yeah, it is mucky. I reckon that's why it's pulled them teeth off, because you've probably got some hard ground. You know what I mean? It's not that thin. So tackle that.
This is best for the customer, this, when it's crushed like this, because we're getting it straight. It's not sat there for a couple of days, it's getting weathered and stuff. Straight in, straight through, straight on. Customer gets it nice.
So if you want some clean 3-inch, you just put it into that, do you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Shovel, take it from there, just sprinkle it through, and we'll get the 3-inch off the end there.
Yeah. So how's it been going? Good? Yeah. Good Christmas?
Yeah. I had 3.5 weeks off.
3.5 weeks?
Yeah.
When it easy, lad, hasn't he? Got it
When you work
easy.
as hard as me, you need 3.5 weeks off at Christmas.
Listen, you men don't know what hard work is. Right, director, we better get this strapped up and back to the workshop, because saying that we've got a few digging buckets about us at the minute with 100mm pins, so there's no real panic for this, is there? I don't think Jim's keen on using that rock bucket because of the weight of it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It's a little bit big for that.
Yeah. So, like I say, that bucket can go on a 50-tonner as well. And when it's giving it that machine, you know what I mean? I could feel the difference then when I picked it up.
Yeah. What a bit different.
But that's the way it should be.
Yeah,
that's the bucket you need. That's the bucket you need. Do you know what I mean?
You
know, there's no point ripping a bucket apart
no.
and damaging it if it doesn't. I'll put 2 new adapters on that and a new pin.
Yeah.
It'll be good to go in again in no time. Because it's a good bucket. That's a good Strickland bucket. It's just had what will have happened here, as you can see, the adapters have been built up. So when them 2 outer teeth will have come off at some point. In fact, they got replaced not long ago, these, didn't they? Yeah. Where are they, the teeth, do you know? Are they in the machine? I don't know. But can you see how they've been built up with these adapters? Well, they've not been built up enough. It's a bit rough that is. Whoever's done that, one of our lads. So we'll replace them all together, them 2 outer adapters. Right, director, let's get out of here before it starts raining, because it always starts raining at Bakeup. Only an hour. Right, director, that's trailer off. Let's check on this tailgate here that they fitted. Makes rest at wagon look bad, this, so that's the only problem. We'll get this painted shortly. Oh, yeah. That'll do for now. quick job. Yeah, cleaning handle. So I put a different style cleaning handle on it. There you go, that. Right, I'll speak to you in a bit, director. I've got to go and sort a few jobs out here. Right, director, so I've got Paul going out here now to a 736. So this is a full new edge for a Libra 736 dozer. So we've got a full set of plough bolts to go with it. The edge can actually be turned, Paul, yeah? But I want the old edge bringing back.
Yeah.
Right, because I've got some buckets that I want to weld them edges to. Alright, so these edges can be turned on a dozer, right, but they've gone really thin. So, but I've got some buckets at the moment that need some edges welding on the teeth, yeah, to make into a like a ditching bucket, if you will, but like a digging bucket. So we'll bring them back and use the old edges for that. That's a bucket that's just been finished off. I think you saw on the other day. No bolt-on edge going on that one. The guy who wanted it didn't want a bolt-on edge on it, so that's what that is. These are a couple of beams that are going out to a house extension for one of the bosses. They're bolted together, and that is a main wall for the house. So as you can always bolt beams together, 254 146s. Now then, Cal's doing this 30-ton dig with the Arca on the Kempy. So what are you thinking, Cal?
Oh, it's bang on, yeah. Bang on. It's a new process to us though, really, isn't it? So I'm trying to get my head around it a little bit as well.
What carbons are you using?
Mixture of, what are they? 10s and 12s.
10, 12 milli carbons. So if you look at this director, you can see where he's cutting into it and going back to original. Yeah, so he's not really taking any of the original material of the edge away there. You can get a nice clean cut right up to it, and then he'll come down here with that now and up to about there where the adapter finishes on the inside here. And also you can see the line, just starting to see the line within there, can you see? So we're keeping as much as the bucket without taking too much. Where's the adapter, Cal? Just slide an adapter on it, a new adapter. So these adapters have worn away that much. I'm not messing about, I'm just putting 2 new adapters on. Rather than building them up with welds, should we say. Like that position there, like that, welded on. You can see how it's all been welded here. And the other side's worse. So what happens here is when they're using them on site, they'll not ring us and just keep using the bucket basically without teeth on it, and it drives me insane because this is what happens. Do you know what I mean? Look at how much work that causes us now from just having a phone call alone. We've also got the top pin that snapped. So we'll go and see our little Indian father in a bit, Arvin at AJS Engineering in Horwich. He has made me a new pin. That's a 100mm diameter pin. It's welded in one side there, so Cal can gouge that side out also. And I'd say that is probably my fault, Cal, because we've put a pin in there that's EN24. Yeah. So it's a hardened pin, and really it wants to be EN8 or EN614 or something. Yeah. So it makes it. They give a little bit. Do you know what I mean? So it'll bend a little bit. The pin will bend a little bit, whereas that one it'll just break like it's broke. So I'm going to take that on chip and say that's my fault. That. And yeah, so the only reason why I use that pin is because it was a spare pin in our stores department, and I thought, let's just give it a try, you know what I mean? But thinking about it now, we'll not use EN24 on bucket pins. Yeah. Well, I'm presuming it's EN24. When you take that pin out, you'll be able to see if it's got a ring around the edge. If it's got a ring around the edge, then you know it's hardened. Do you know what I mean? Not looking at it from the end. But yeah, new Kempy X5P performing at its best. you know. So absolutely loving this plant at the moment. As you can see, it's setting gouging, performing really, really well. But if we look over here, which has been my number one set, is down at the moment. What we're saying it is, son, pump?
No, it's alright, it's just
Is it?
popped a fuse on that board.
Is that all it was?
Yeah.
So I'd say I've had this set now for probably 8 years. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, I don't no issues with it whatsoever. So, and it's just popped a fuse, that's all it is. Which fuse is it, son?
Just right down there on that PCB.
Oh yeah, that little fuse up back?
Yeah.
Is that all it was?
But I've changed its capacity.
You changed that as well?
Which was low.
Right.
Sometimes when that goes low, it doesn't just start, so it sort of sits getting warm and not turning but vibrating, and what you actually then just pop the fuse. So
right, so you're going to
change that.
You're going to run it up in a minute.
And it runs fine. But I'm just going to update the software because I'm here.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, you put
We've cleaned it out.
So it was coming up with some error codes. Is that what the codes
I've
will
not
have been?
seen them yet because I've not really welded very far, but I've got the water back on.
E4, E24, I think they were.
But what I'll do, we'll update the software anyway,
yeah,
and then get it on something a bit bigger and run it up a bit more.
Right.
And leave it.
Sound.
Leave it with you.
These men are from Express Welding who come out to do with servicing on my plants. All right, so director, we've got a crusher to go and look at, and the crusher is actually at the same spot where Paul's doing the edge on the dozer. Now then, a couple of people asked me why are we getting into doing farming tackle, which is outside. Do you know these packer rollers and para harrows? I have found some. Like I said, I found some online. I've just got to go and collect them. I'll probably take you with me, director, as well to collect them because it might be a big outfit where I've got them from. But yeah, so we found the 2 sets of rollers to fit this at good money. Should I say half price compared to what they should be. So if it's half price compared to what they should be, then it's well worth buying them rather than us trying to fabricate them from scratch. You know, so I'm quite pleased with that find. So yeah, let's head over to Samsbury. Yeah, so going back to the Loach, like I say, we've had no issues with it, but we're just doing a software update on it at the moment, and this is telling us that it's done 17,000 hours on time, 594 hours actually welding time. So saying 2016, but I'm pretty sure I bought it before that. What would you say? I'd say we bought it before that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
About 2014 or something.
I can't remember. We sell so many.
I'm pretty sure I bought it before then.
I could look back at the office.
But what's happening here now? It's just doing a software update on the full system, innit?
Yeah.
It's a bit like a brand new, isn't it?
Well, it'll have the latest version of software, so
yeah.
And it'll be cleaner.
Be cleaner. Yeah. Good man. Cheers for that. All right, bud. Man. Cheers. Fresh today, director. Minus 2 today. Right, so we've got the Libra 736 dozer. Have a few of these within the fleet. Looking at that, we are a little bit late. So let's just have a nosy at these. Yeah. So can you see out there underneath how it's actually touching the moldboard itself? So we have actually worn a little bit of the moldboard away there, right, which isn't good to see. And the edges have actually been turned. If you look at the edge, yeah, they've been turned already, you see. So the new edge will come up to this point here. That's good job I have one in stock. There's our pole. We'll clean all this up, take all the paint off, take all the paint off the edge that we're putting on. And the reason why we take the paint off is because sometimes it does make them come loose, believe it or not. So like this corner has come loose here. This is why he's peeling all this muck off here, because it's probably because it's got paint on. And these are something that we don't weld the nuts, yeah. On all buckets we weld the nuts to the bolt so they don't come loose, but on dozers we don't, because we can, obviously it's a lot easier to gun off on these. There's nothing touching, there's nothing going to wear the nut away, should we say, unless you let the moldboard wear down. We've had that before, haven't we, Johnny?
Yeah, we've had that a few times.
We've had it where the moldboard's worn right down through the bolt. Not on our machines though, on other people's machines that we repaired for them. So are you alright with that, Johnny? I'm going to go check the crusher over the other side. Is that my scraper?
It's mine, that.
That's mine.
It's mine.
There's one gone missing out of my van.
I bought that for £1.
Yeah, that is yours. Right, let's go and look at the 45. Right, see, we've got a new J45. Let's track it round, JMO. So it looks like they're just moving it into a new position now. The reason why I'm here, I want to check the jaw on it and just have a quick walk round, because it is a fairly new machine. It's a 2023 machine. So it looks like they're running the side belt on it. It will have a mesh within the free screen on this. Where are you going with it, Jamie?
I'm going to go straight back, but your van's in there.
Let's move it back some. Can we just run it up as it is now?
Yeah.
Want to have a check of the jaw?
Put it over there.
Can we move this spanner?
Yeah.
What? Can we put it? Well, the main reason I want to check the jaw, have you got yourself a 46mm spanner? You've got one? Have you been checking it?
Yeah.
When did you last check it?
I did it
Monday?
Monday.
I'll soon know if you've checked it.
You've got a bigger spanner.
I'll soon know if you've checked it.
You've got a bigger bit. Mine's only that bit.
You're not a bad operator, are you, lad? Why not use your magic eye? What? What do you mean you don't need to? It's there for a reason. You've cleaned this platform off, haven't you, before I come? That's what you've done. So we'll just back the first few nuts off, just to see if we get some movement on the back one. Jamie's telling us some porkies, aren't you, son? It's not too bad, to be fair. So basically you've got to treat these as like wagon wheel nuts in a way. Keep them taut, check them once a week. Definitely check them once a week. So I only got like a full turn on that then, and maybe half a turn really. Well, nothing to worry about. But sometimes I can come to site and I'll get 2 or 3 turns on it. And if it goes out on the higher, not with our operators on it, Jamie's one of our operators, so he's handy to have on a crusher. They won't check that. They'll leave that, and the jaws can come out of them. It should be using the magic eye. That should be up here. And what that does, it stops the feeder from feeding into the jaw box, and stops it from overflowing, basically. But it all looks good. We've got a 50mm mesh in the pre-screen, so they're running the side belt, so they'll be pulling all this material that you can see here, that's what will be coming off the side belt. Looking at that, most of that anyway, all the finer stuff. And yeah, another good thing about Jamie being here is he is a crusher operator, he's a machine operator, and he keeps an eye on this, and if anything goes wrong with this whatsoever, then it's on us. Do you know what I mean? It's like the other crusher, we had to replace the full conveyor, didn't we? But it got damaged whilst it was out on hire. Now then the customer had to pay for that which was quite expensive. And you're always better to hire this with an operator, believe me. It's worth it in the long run. But it's looking good now, we'll just grease it up. So I'll just show you where all the grease points are now on a J45. Jamie should have been greasing it, and he will have been greasing it, to be fair. But I just like to know for myself that it has been done. Let's go and have a look. Right, so I've just lifted the belt all the way up, and I've just had to clean this area off here. Now these are your conveyor belt bearing grease points, right? Now they only need doing every 40 hours, so like once a week. But it don't look like they've been done to me, so I'll have a word with Jamie in a minute. But because of that, because I've seen that now, I'm just going to check the tail drum bearings, because they're the first thing to go when you don't grease the conveyor. So lift the back end up on the jack legs, put your pins in. I'm just going to have a quick ganders under here and look at the tail drum. That bearing looks alright. That's the actual tail drum there. That bearing's alright too. They do look a bit dry. The other thing to check is the actual grease lines themselves. Oh, there's the grease line there. What's nipping up a touch. And the one on that side. So that's good. I'll just fire some grease into them, put a little bit more than usual within the conveyor belt bearings. A lot of people ask me about this as well. This is called a G coupler, right? See there, director? Really, really good grease end. Can't recommend them enough. Hook it onto the bearing. Well, there you go. That was the last one. It's all greased up now, good to go. I'm happy with that. I've just opened and closed the jaws well, just to make sure the jaw's moving freely. And yeah, that can go back to work now. So we're just nipping over to Bolton now to AGS Engineering, which is my little Indian father, is what I like to call him, Arvin. So I'm getting him to make us a bucket pin for that 35 ton dig that we got in the workshop there. So It will be probably EN8. I don't know, but I'll get him to explain on camera the different materials when it comes to pins when we get there. But here we are at my little father's house, wherever he is. Where are you? Here he is, look. Hey, he's even got hat on. He's even got hat on, his old fella. How are we doing?
Not
All
so
right.
bad. Happy
Is that
New
mine?
Year, lad. Yeah,
Happy New Year to you too. Right, so this is that bucket pin that we're doing at the moment in the workshop, yeah. So what we're using now, EN8.
EN8 bright bar.
EN8
That's
bright
what
bar.
Mostly on a bucket pin, that's what a lot of people use.
Yeah.
It gives a bit in flexibility.
So I'm thinking that the pin that I've just used, yeah, has snapped, bang. It's an old pin out of a dipper arm. Number one, I don't know how much hammer it's had in the past. Do you know what I mean? Number two, it's probably EN24 or it's probably been treated. I don't know till I get it out. You know what I mean?
If it's hardened and heat treated, it gives you the layer of hardness, but it doesn't give you tensile strength. It goes brittle and it just cracks.
Yeah, that's probably that might be what it is then. But it's just gone bang, crack there like that, big crack right through it. But it has been on a quarry and they've been giving it some pain. Do you know what I mean?
So they don't like shock treatment.
Well, that's what it is then.
Thing
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Whereas
So that'll give a little bit more and it'll bend, won't it?
It will bend. a
It'll
bit.
bend before it breaks, really, won't it? That. Yeah, I thought that was
It
the
might
case.
wear out quicker, but
Yeah.
it's
But for a bucket, it's right in it.
yeah, and if it's well supported, it's not so bad.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
if it gets a bit sloppy in working condition, then it's bound to break.
Now then, I need some 55mm bar, and I owe you an order number on for some other stuff.
You know,
Yeah. Right.
them hinges before
Them
Christmas.
hinges, yeah, for before Christmas, for the big gates that we did. Right. Yeah, sounds so that might give you a little bit more of an insight into material there and what to use on bucket pins. So a bucket pin material really wants to be EN8
A
material.
lot of people use EN8, yeah.
EN8, yeah.
It's a bit better than mild steel. Mild steel is just not enough carbon in it.
Yeah.
Medium is.
So
a bit more-
tell us the difference then between pins with carbon and stuff.
Mild steel is mild steel. It's got very little carbon in it. You can get bright bars like that, but obviously it's not as hard wearing as EN8. EN8 you can heat treat it as well.
Yeah,
Case harden it.
Yeah.
Induction harden it. So it gives you that layer of hardness about milli.
Yeah.
EN9 is even better because it has got a bit more carbon in it.
Yeah.
So there you go.
So this, for the viewers that haven't watched WELDERFABBER before, this little machine shop here in Horwich is, these men can make absolutely anything, and I mean anything. Yeah. Old school as old as you can get, but I'll never doubt him. Everything that he's done for me has been bang on it. Huh?
First job was a good challenge.
I've never had to fetch anything back, have I?
Not really, no.
No, never. So yeah, director, we'll get back and see where Cal's up to with that bucket. Right, that'll do me, son.
Okay, Bals, I'll see you next time.
Where's my man, love? Right, I'll see you soon. All right.
Say okay, Bals.
Nice one, mate. See you in a bit. Cal, you got your pin? Alright. So it does look like we used the wrong pin basically when we did the last one, yeah. Now you managed to get all the way around it there, have you? Yeah, if it goes tight at this point now, just cut straight through there with gas.
Yeah, that'll go up and that'll go.
Yeah, just lob it up. Same at the other side, yeah.
Flip it back over and put it on that side.
Yeah. How many carbons have you used?
What, a packet or so? Oh, it's at 15, 20.
That's not too bad then, is it?
No, not really.
Too bad. Yeah.
Got a little bit more on the inside to do on that side.
Like I say, we've only just started using the Arca, so we're still learning at it, should we say, aren't we?
It's a learning curve, isn't it? Everything's a learning curve.
It'll be done tomorrow with all this. Director. Anyway, I've got some emails to go through, so I'll in fact leave a camera on this director in walk, yeah? And then finish it off. Alright, so we just had a phone call off Dave Scott up at Fulwood, Jackson's quarry. We've got a problem with the bearing on the log wash, so we'll have a ride up, take a look, see what crack is. But if he's got a bearing in stock, we'll get it done now. So this is one of our new electric trucks, 8-wheeler. Nice looking thing. Director, let's just have a chat with driver. Hey lad, how much range are you getting?
On a run, loaded, about 120, 125, somewhere around there.
125 miles?
Yeah.
So how many loads a day?
On this, I'm doing like 11 miles round trip, so I'm doing about 7, 8. But yeah, because I've got to get back to Leyland, haven't I, from here, so yeah. Local work.
Yeah, just for local work, yeah. So like we say, these are just for local work, and he's getting like 7, 8 loads a day out, yeah, and then back to the yard. How long does it take to charge? 9 hours. Yeah. So it's good for what we need then. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there's another one coming, yeah. Alright, love. Nice looking thing, isn't it? That's where we're looking, Dave.
Right, we're going up on the log wash at the bottom end. We've got a bearing that's on the way out. It's been overheating. We've been greasing it up, packing it with grease to keep the life going on it while we get a new one ordered. But the cap on the end of the bearing on the shaft has popped out. I just want to have a look at it.
So it's not locked up in any way?
No, it's spinning freely and it looks okay, but it's on its way out, so I just wanted to show you it so you can assess the job. I'll get the bearing ordered, then we'll get back next week and get it replaced.
Right, director, we'll go and take a look at it now. There is no bearing in stock, so we're going to take a look how big of a job it is to replace it.
you look, the shaft hasn't moved. They're in the same position.
Right, so it's blown the cap off then. Right, so when did that happen, Dave?
Happened before Christmas. When did you discover that, James?
When I sent you a message
Yesterday.
I sent that yesterday. But it had heated up and it was warm.
So this is getting hot, this housing.
This housing was very warm to touch
Yeah.
just before Christmas. So obviously we put a bit more grease in it. It seemed to have cooled it down a bit, but then
Something,
yesterday I come up here and
there's something gone majorly wrong in there for that to happen.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that bearing's going down. Yeah. Right, so if you look in there, director, can you see the slight movements in there? Yeah, we're better getting a bearing, Dave, and the outer, this casing, if you can. Other than that, well, you need a casing anyway, so you might as well get the whole lot, aren't you?
Get the whole assembly.
Yeah. So find out how much that is, the whole lot, and just find out how much the bearing in that cap is. Alright. So director, yeah, like I just said then, same as last week really. We changed the whole housing with the bearing in it, or just the bearing and change the outer plate. But there we'll get a couple of prices and take it from there, yeah. Yeah, yeah. But won't be cheap that. How much?
2 or 3 grand though.
Yeah, there'll be a couple of grand, yeah. A couple of grand. But I can see there's probably a bit of movement in that shaft.
Working hard, that's 80 ton an hour going through there.
80 ton an hour?
Get it dashed up, just have a look on top of it. You know, throw it on camera.
Right.
We walk around there and go.
Right, so we just stood right on top of the wash plant right now. So Dave, you just explain the process of what's going on here.
Right, okay, so we're feeding the scalper at the front end of the plant. That's fed by a loading shovel. That skims off, scalps off rather, any 80mm and above material, which is then landing off the end of it for hardcore, which will go up to the to the J50 McCloskey for crushing down for 6F2s. Then we've got the 80mm down up the incline conveyor here.
Coming up this belt here now.
Yeah. Dropping down onto the rinsing deck, where it's given an initial rinse off. Anything 4mm down will go over to the sand plant.
The sand plant over there, yeah.
And then 80 to 4mm will go forward, drop down into the log washer, where we've just been looking at the bearings to get repaired. Rinse off the end, and then up the far conveyor, all your stones, then split through the size of the screener, 10mm, 20mm, 40mm, and an oversized 80 to 40.
So this is one serious wash plant, isn't it?
It's a decent size, yeah.
Yeah. So how much bigger is this than Leyland?
Oh, double.
Double? Double?
Yeah, easily double.
So what tonnage do you get per hour?
We were averaging, I was just down in the control room before, 225 ton an hour today, which is pretty good. That's a very heavy clay bound material.
Yeah.
So we're getting a bit of silt.
So 225 ton an hour?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it keeps him occupied on the shovel over there.
Yeah.
Keeps him honest.
Now it comes in, director. That's the starting point there where he's being loaded now.
All the big pile of material at the back. This is what, you know, other members of the Fox group are bringing in. Hertz, Foxes themselves, JJ O'Grady bringing utility horizons in.
So all the companies within the group are chipping in here.
We're repurposing it. Yeah. We waste nothing. It's either going out, one going out on our own wagon there now.
Yeah.
Fox group have took a lot of the oversize out. Yeah, we've had a busy period really. It's been a big success.
Right, Dave, so if you order the bearing,
Yeah, no worries.
we can come and fit that whenever you want. Alright, well, it's not a big job,
I'll
that.
give you a shout. We'll have it in by the end of the week.
I'm saying it's not a big job, but you never know when you pull that housing off, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's it. See what you find.
Anyway, you
I'll
give us...
just order everything.
Yeah.
Then whatever we find
Yeah.
inside, we'll have it.
Alright, mate. I'll speak to...
Very good.
Right, so whilst we're here, we'll check the jaw on the J50 because we've had a few issues with it coming loose. So it's just at the top of this hill here, director, so we'll check it out now. Right, so this is the J50 McCluskey that they've had, I don't know, 3 or 4 months now, I'd say. Let's just check the nuts on the jaw. Jaw. Straight away, really. I think it's loose. So we just got a full turn on it there. We'll just lock these other nuts up. Like I said earlier on in the video, you got to treat these like a wagon wheel nut. Keep them torqued and checked weekly. Right, director, back to the shop. Right, so whilst we've been out, this has turned up. I don't even know what it's called. I've no idea. Like I say, I'm not into farming tackle, yeah. But this is off Andy again, one of the bosses. So he wants this to fit onto a telehandler, so we'll have to change the hangers. So we'll have to cut these off, cut this bracket off, and they'll have to be wider and a completely different setup. Basically, that'll be at the top and a hole at the bottom. So what I'll do, I'll get a template off a telehandler bucket round in our plant yard to make a new hanger to fit this attachment. And he wants it pretty sharpish, so we'll get on with that in a minute. See what Cal is up to with the welding. How are you finding that solid? Not great.
No, not really.
You're not liking it?
No, hate it.
Hate it?
Yeah.
Hate it?
Yeah, it's horrendous.
Right, so...
Not a fan of that one. As you can see.
So like I said, we were going to try the solid wire. If Cal's not keen on it, then we'll go to the middle of the range.
Try that, yeah.
I think it's SG2, something like that. I mean, that's alright, Cal, that welding. Nothing wrong with that.
I know, but it's not as neat as it usually is.
You're not happy?
No. I prefer it to be neater.
Yeah. So you just got one weld to do here on this side, on this adapter.
Yeah.
That adapter's welded top bottom. We're just going to put some arcare on this pin now, get this pin out. That pin will have to go that way though, you know, unless you cut it off. So it's got that little lip on it there, can you see? Take that bolt out, let it drop out. There's the new pin up floor that we got from Arvin's. So director, leave a bit of time lapse on this bucket, yeah? And yeah, sound. You might as well go and do a bit of editing. Let Cal finish his bucket off. I'll sort the hangers out for this. Right. Sound. Right, so Cal's just finished the 35 ton dig off. 2 new adapters and a new pin. So we did have to give the hanger a little bit of heat there to pull it back. So we fully heated around this edge here and put a jack underneath the pin, and it brought it back level so to send it home. Yeah, now then that is an EN8 pin, and as we look at the old pin, not 100% sure what material it is. I'd say it's EN24, but it has been treated. If you look at this outside edge here, can you see the ring around the outside edge? That's how you can tell the pin's been treated. So it's been worked hardened basically. So that's a hardened pin. Not ideal for a bucket pin. So like I say, that's my fault, that just using the pin that we've got in stock. That pin would have been a lot more expensive than that pin, but it was a spare pin. You know what I mean? That come out at the end of a dipper, and not knowing how much pain it's actually had in its life either. You know, so we've just gone for the standard material now, EN8. Now then that will give a little bit more of that. So basically that pin will bend before it breaks. And the other reason why it could have broke is we have different size hitches on our machines. So our 50 tonners have got a smaller hitch than a 35 tonner. You know, so your hitch could be here, or it could be there. You should have a 10mm gap at each side, basically. But some of our hitches will be around that centres. And obviously it's going to get a lot more pain on the pin if it goes on a 50 tonner, which it will fit on a 50 tonner this. You know, so we've got the 2 new adapters on there now. And we've put some for 2 Wear Technology teeth on it. Now then, Cal's still not happy with that, are you lad?
It's not one of my finest jobs, but it'll do, I suppose.
Yeah, but there's nothing wrong with that. Now, the only reason why he's saying that is because we've just gone back onto solid wire, the cheaper wire, just to see what it's like. We've only bought 2 rolls, we're not getting any more of that. We'll go for a middle of the range one. Yeah. All right. There's lots of different wires out there on the market, and I'm just looking at costs at the moment, to be fair. So we've got 2 rolls of that. We'll bang them out, and then I think it's SG5 or something, SG2, I can't remember what it is. The middle of the range wire. So he's done a good job there, Cal. That could go back out on iron now, that. And yeah, director, I think you'll have enough footage there for this Chronicle. Yeah, so that's good. And Cal, I need you to go and put an edge on the doors now, so you're going out. All the other lads are out on site at the moment, so yeah. Please like, subscribe and share like I always say. Check out my other episodes and I'll catch you on the next one.